afternoon, Minister. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and sit with us, the PNM web team, to share some of your thoughts and your aspirations and your visions for both your constituency as well as your ministry.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Minister. So, in the time that you've been MP for Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West, what do you see as your main achievements so far?
Well, really looking after the needs of the people in the constituency. I can recall some incidents that was particularly pleasing. I had an instance once that a constituent wrote me on a piece of paper, copybook paper, and she indicated her hardship with regards to taxis, taxis in and out of St. Anne's, and if I can assist her with that, to put something like some mechanism in place. I've had requests from other constituents as well, and I work together with Ministry of Works and liaise with PTSC, and now we have buses running in St. Anne's and Cascades. So, it's particularly pleasing. I couldn't write or call a lady, I didn't have a number, but several weeks after the buses were running, I got a letter of thank you saying, she's really happy for the buses now and answering their call, and particularly the aged and the less fortunate in the area. To ease the transportation needs. That was particularly pleasing. I've had instances where working with the Ministry of Health, people come to your constituency office requiring assistance, and one particular young man who had a large keloid scar on his face and his chin, he didn't come to see me about that, but I recognized it was a negative on his persona. Asked him about it and asked him if he would mind, myself volunteering to work with the Ministry of Health to have that removed, and we did that. He came up a few weeks after he showed me that, and that was really, really heart-rending and rewarding. It's about interrelating with people, addressing their needs, and bringing improvement to their standard of living and making a positive impact on their life. This particularly pleasing as a member of Parliament. Of course, we represent them in the Parliament with the passing of laws, etc., which is the main function of being a member of Parliament. But as well, when you're a member of Parliament, they look to you for leadership, they look to you for guidance and assistance. Because you have all different in the constituency of Port of Spain North, St. Anne's West is a very yin-yang type of constituency where you have from the very wealthy in certain areas to the less fortunate materially wise, only materially because they have big hearts as well. So so you have to be able to span that entire spectrum and to address needs from all those different levels. And that's been particularly challenging. It's been rewarding when you have the successes. We've had certain areas of St. Anne's as well where our Peter Road has been particularly bad. We worked with the Ministry of Works, we got the roads paved, and we got lots of letters of commendation. Thank you very much for because that makes a big impact on their life, moving in and out of their communities. A lot of thanks for that. We've done a lot of programs in the Belmont and Gonzales area as well. In fact, we just came from a program in T-Shirt Terrace, which is considered hotspot, 24/7 police presence, and we did some programs to work with the youth of the area, showing them a different way of life, and encourage them in activities that will put them on a positive path. And I went to the graduation on Sunday. That was really nice to see the both where you hit the ground and you interrelate to the people. It's very rewarding.
That's what it's all about. You're a minister that's accessible. You're able to span the divide within the constituency between those who are well off and those who are aspiring to that as well. You're able to liaise, be that linchpin to which they can come, and you can access Ministry of Works and Ministry of Health and bring those kind of benefits to the
all ministries, spanning the spectrum of all the ministries, science, technology with the HICON MOS program, community development with community groups, so it's scholarships for constituents, social development with the smart cards and all the other public assistance grants that they have. It is one thing we have as a member of parliament, with the amount of programs that exist in government now that have been brought to the fore by the PNM administration. You know, there's a wide compendium that you can choose from. That you always have something that you can assist with. So it makes the job of a member of parliament a lot easier, and the staff in the constituency office as well. So it's, you know, it's a positive, because I think as a government we pay a lot of attention to social programs, because it's through those programs that we will be able to develop a caring society and develop innovative people. You know, so which is in keeping with our Vision 2020 objectives, and that's all good.
Okay. And moving forward, as you look forward to the next 3 years, and you look at your constituency, is there any particular project or is there any particular initiative that's really close to your heart?
Well, yes, there are several on the well, one that's coming nearing completion, which is the Performing Arts Center.
Oh, yes.
You know, well, I am member of parliament for the constituency where there's a lot of high-profile projects taking place. We have the Carnival Center right next door, and the eventual development of the Queen's Park Savannah to increase sport and recreation and leisure. That is, you know, big developments. Those are really the main ones that's taking place in the constituency, together with all the development business-wise that is happening. We have some HDC have earmarked a few locations in the Belmont, East Port of Spain areas that fall within my constituency that I'm looking forward to you know, that they break ground very soon. I am particularly pleased that the Belmont Boys RC will be done with work. The Minister of Education advised me that there was you know, some constraints in the execution of it. And I know that there's going to be tenders are going to be the contract for soon, so they look forward to, because they've been in a temporary situation for quite a while. So that is one that I look forward to.
Okay. And if you permit me, can we switch attention now from your function as Member of Parliament to Minister of Sport and Youth Affairs? How has it been for you so far in just under 2 years as Minister?
Well, when I went into the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, what my mandate was to align the ministry with our Vision 2020 objectives. I was very fortunate that the main policy pieces have been put in place: our sport policy, our youth policy, and we also had a cabinet approved strategic plan. So it was just a matter of moving forward that strategic plan and keeping it aligned with Vision 2020, as well as looking at all the internal structures of the ministry to increase efficiency wherever I can, so that we can improve the service delivery to our citizens. Sport and youth are two very powerful mediums that we have, and it's you know, can engage our population in a manner that very few other activities nationally can. I can tell you from the Soca Warriors to the Olympics, to the World Championships, the IWF World Championships, so all the sporting achievements we've been having, you know, so it's very, very powerful. We had to look at also upgrading a lot of the policies in the ministry, like the state aid use policy. We had to look at that. We've just completed the grant funding policy. We've also looked at the governance models of the NSOs. So we had to look at constitutional reform in a lot of those. So definitely nationally we're looking at constitutional reform. We're looking at reform constitution-wise. We want to be able to work with organizations that have a constitution that embodies the national constitution, non-discriminatory, you know, proper and modern governance systems for efficiencies. Because you see, if you don't have the administration right, you can't get the athletes to perform as well as they should, because they need the administrative support. So it's a triangle. It's programs. You must have good programs. You must have good administrations supporting the policy positions, and you must have good facilities that they all stand on. So those are some of the work we've been doing. What we've done too is, in the last year, we've asked, our focus is on the total participation piece of the sport policy. The sport policy speaks to total participation, quality training, and elite development. We have found that the concentration have been on elite development, and the other two pieces were falling behind, they were lagging, we didn't give enough attention. So we realigned those at the attention, both on the youth side